There is no doubt that there are atrocities happening. There is no doubt that there are unacceptable human consequences of what's happening right now in the Middle East and has been for some time, and we must find a way to end it immediately. We must begin efforts immediately to find a way to end it. We have to have peace as the focus. We have to have a two-state solution as the focus. And I will say that just like when a question is asked right away when you announce a candidacy at the federal level about the Iran deal, given how timely that was, one of the immediate questions you're also asked is where you stand on this issue. And I'm very proud to say that I stand with Israel, but I also think it's important to be very open and honest in dialogue about the path that we've got to find a way to forge forward together. There's no doubt that a two-state solution takes Palestine and Israel working together to figure out those terms. But it can be supported by the international community. It seems it must be pushed by the international community to happen. I think that there's a few things we have to do in regards to the specific part of the question about empowerment. Not only economic empowerment and opportunity for those Palestinians who truly want it, but also finding a way to engage the Palestinians in civic structure building, because right now their leadership, I don't believe, is playing by the kinds of rules or the kinds of values that are going to actually serve Palestinians well. And on the other side, when you have such hardline rhetoric from Israeli leaders, that quite honestly does not match the rhetoric and discussions I've had with leaders in Delaware's Jewish community. It is not productive. And when you have settlements that are growing in these contested areas, it's not productive. The issue of military aid is not one that we should only look at with regard to Palestine. I think we have to take a look at it in the broader region as well, because it's about Israel's defense. It's about helping to make sure that our strongest ally and a country that stands for so many of the same values that we do, for all of its imperfections and all of our imperfections, is able to defend itself. I think what we see, and the trend that we see, is a very sad extension of the military-industrial complex that we see all across our country and in many ways all across our world, where if we are going to sell arms to Israel's neighbors, as we do, then there's no doubt we then have to make sure to sell Israel even more sophisticated weaponry to be able to defend itself. I don't see how that is a winning situation long term. Yes, it's very important to make sure that our strongest ally in the region is able to protect itself, but we've got to do whatever we can to make sure that we embark on a path towards discussions about peace and the two-state solution that so many people in this room and throughout the world have been waiting so many years for. So it's a very hot-button issue. You can stand with Israel, but insist on an end to the kind of rhetoric, the kind of action that is making a two-state solution more and more impossible, and do whatever we can do to navigate to that form of peace.